Exactly how to make a high converting opt-in page using WordPress in a very simple way. So if you want to be able to create awesome looking opt-in pages that convert like crazy, build your mailing list, and in the end actually make you lots of money, we're going to take from this example here, this little screenshot of the Forbes landing page, which obviously if it's Forbes, you know it converts, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make this type of landing page on WordPress. Now I got to tell you, I've been making landing pages and opt-in pages for 20 years now, and I've seen what converts. So we're going to talk to you about what converts. We're going to show you how to use WordPress to make this very easy. You don't need to know coding. You don't need to know any fancy stuff. That's right. We're actually going to go through and we're going to show you on a brand new WordPress install how this works. It's very simple. It's very easy. Don't overcomplicate it. You got a couple of tools that you're going to use at your disposal. One is the WordPress. Two are the tools that I'm going to give you. And then three, you would want some sort of image editor as well. And during this call, we're actually going to give away the theme that we use to make this work. Now, this is the theme that I've used to run multiple seven-figure businesses using WordPress. It's very easy to use. We're going to give you that download here on this call as we show you exactly how to build this. Now, let's go ahead and dive right in. If you like this and you're excited about it, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and click the bell, because by the end, you're going to know how to set up these pages, which is kind of a daunting task. So we're going to show you how to do this in a real world easy way. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to our outline here. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to have like web hosting and WordPress. That's kind of a given. That's kind of obvious. If you have not yet set up your hub site the way that I teach you, go over to gohubsite.com. You can set this up in 15 minutes. You'll be exactly where I'm at right here so that you can follow along with your new WordPress install. Now, the second thing we want to do is obviously install WordPress. Again, if you don't know how to do that, go to gohubsite.com. It'll show you how to do it. Now, the third thing we want to do, this is very important. This is what makes the whole thing work. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to simpleblogtheme.com. Okay, this is actually a WordPress site using this as the opt-in, right? Over at simpleblogtheme.com, you're going to see that you can actually download this WordPress theme. It's very easy to use. You don't even need any plugins. You just put it on and you're ready to go. Now, you can get this theme over at simpleblogtheme.com. You just scroll down to the bottom, put your name, put your email, right, like this. All right, and then you hit download your simple blog theme, and you'll be able to download the theme. Now, it's going to have some instructions and some other tools as well, which is why you want to go over to simpleblogtheme.com to get this stuff. Now, what we're going to pay attention to is these three links here and this code here, okay? So very important. What we're going to do is we're going to download Simple Blog Theme White. All right, now there's one for the bottom. It has the logo at the bottom. And then there's one where you can actually customize your background. All right, we're going to use the white one because we want a white background, white everything, because we're going to kind of emulate the Forbes example here because obviously that converts, so we want to use it, right? So we're going to go ahead and right-click on Simple Blog Theme White. We're going to hit Save Link As. We're going to save this somewhere that we will remember, so put it on our desktop here, Simple Blog Theme White. We're going to hit Save. It's going to download it to our computer, okay? So these files are going to be on our computer until we actually upload them. All right, now, once you have it downloaded to your computer, you're going to hit Show in Folder, and we're going to open up the folder, and we're going to see our file here. We're going to right-click, and we're going to hit Extract All. Okay, now when you extract this, it's going to come up with a little box like this, and we could go through and we can name it whatever we want. So we could call this, let's call it the opt sample, okay, for the opt-in sample page. We'll hit extract. It's going to extract all the files like this. Okay, there's a lot of code, there's a lot of junk in there, but you only want to pay attention to a couple of things, okay? You're going to pay attention to the images folder. Okay, in your images folder, this is how you're going to customize the theme, okay? Because what we're doing right now is this WordPress is set up with nothing on it. There's no theme, there's no nothing. All right, now if I just install the theme as is, it's just going to be, it's going to say your logo here at the top, and it's going to be white. So what we want to do is we want to create our logo. Now, for this example, we're using the site simpleoptin.com. So we're going to make like a little logo that looks like an opt-in kind of thing, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our folder that we just extracted, the opt sample, right? Yours is going to be named whatever your site is. And the reason you want to do this is because you're going to have a different logo for every site. So if you do multiple sites, you're going to want to have multiple folders, okay? So we're going to go into images like this. And what we're going to look for is the header image right here, okay? So we have our header image right here. We're going to go ahead and open this with our favorite image editor. Now, I like to use Snagit. I think it's very easy to use, which is why I like it. And we're going to go ahead and edit this. Now, the first thing we want to do is just block out, make the whole background white. And then we're going to get rid of the My logo here just by putting a box here, or you can erase it or whatever. I just find it easier to do the box. Okay, and we'll do white. And there. Now we have like a big space, right? Now, you do not want to change the size. Do not change the size, okay? You want to keep the size as is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to like clipart.com and we're going to find some icons that kind of like say opt-in or something. Okay, so we can use some of these here, or we could use this other one I had. Where's my other? This one here. Okay, so if we want to do a colorful one, we can do a colorful one. If we want to do black and white, we can do this. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just simply going to take a little capture of the image we want. So let's say we want this image here. This kind of looks like a landing page kind of thing. Okay, we're just going to take a capture of it, snap it. We're going to put it in our Snagit, and then we're going to drag it right over to our new theme. Okay, so we'll just do like this. All right, like that. We're going to size it, and then we'll just go through. We'll add some text. Okay, and our site is called, what's it called? Simple opt-in? Yeah, simple opt-in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our title simple. Okay, and then we'll just get our font. Boop, right like this. If you do sound effects, it works a lot better. We're going to go ahead and get a font here. I'm going to get like a Times New Roman or something, so it looks kind of cool. Let's see, QRST. Marcus does, in fact, know the alphabet on a good day, right? All right, so we're going to go like this. And we'll go ahead and shrink it down a little. Simple blog theme, okay? And then we can like align it however we want to align it. Okay, not a big fan of the font, so we'll just mess around with it, get a little bit better. Let's see here. Limelight? Nah, that's not too good. Maybe that's good. Let's see. That's kind of cool, right? So once you have it the way you want, you're just going to go ahead and say, yes, this is the way I want. Now, I'm going to shrink the text down a little bit because I want our opt-in stuff to stand out, right? Like the whole point of them coming to our site is not to look at our logo. It's to look at the content, right? So we're going to go ahead and do this. We can save it when we're done. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to save it over top of the other file. And again, if you're just tuning in, you can get this editable, customizable theme over at simpleblogtheme.com. We're going to go ahead and hit save. It's going to save it right over top of the file, and it should look like this now. All right, there we go. Simple blog theme. Yippee. Wonderful. There's our simple blog header. Okay, so now we go through, and we're like, okay, now you go back to your folder. Again, super easy. That's all you got to do. We're going to highlight everything by hitting Control-A. We're going to right-click, and we're going to hit Send To, and we're going to send it to a compressed, zipped folder. Okay, now we're going to call this Simple Opt 1. Okay, we always call it 1 because sometimes like you might want to change something. And if that's the case, you want to come in and say simple opt 2 or whatever, right? So it's very easy. All right, so now we're done with the theme part. All we have to do is go into our dashboard, Appearance, Themes, and we're going to go to Upload Theme, Upload. We're going to click Upload again, choose File. We're going to get the file from our desktop. And then we called it Simple Opt, I believe. Simple Opt, something like that. Let's see, Simple Opt. What did we call it? Let's see what we called it. Opt Sample. There we go. Okay, so Opt Sample. And OOO. Okay, and then we're going to get our zip file that we just made, Simple Opt 1. We're going to install this, and you're going to watch the difference here. See what it looks like now. This is the basic WordPress theme. Okay, once we upload the theme and activate it, it should, if we did everything right, sometimes these are tough to do live, we're going to go ahead and refresh, and now, check it out. Now we got our simple blog theme. We got our spots for our other fancy stuff, important links, affiliate disclaimers, copyright, all that. Now, if you want to edit all that stuff, all you need to do is go into theme options, and then you can edit that right under footer content. So like I could put whatever I want here, right? And then that's going to update on the theme automatically. Super easy, right? Whatever I want here. So you can put all your stuff there. Now, the second thing we want to do, we did this stuff, okay? We went through and we got WordPress installed. We got our hub site. We got all this stuff. Now we downloaded the theme. We customized the theme and installed it. The next thing we want to do is get rid of all this sidebar junk. Sidebar junk does not convert well. We want a one column, one kind of deal. We're going to go over to widgets. Okay, now under widgets, it's very easy. We're just going to take our site and we're going to take this primary widget area. We're just going to drag all this stuff over here and let go. Click, drag, let go. Boop, boop, boop. Again, you need sound effects. Very important. Subscribe, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up. Once those are gone, we should have a one-page theme, right? So now we're looking good, right? We're getting closer to like the way this Forbes page looked, right? So we're getting there. All right, the next thing we want to do is make it to where our page is our home page if you want your home page to be the opt-in. And the way we're going to do that is settings. We're going to go into reading, and we are going to go homepage displays, static page, sample page. If it's a new blog, sample page is all you're going to got, or all you're going to have, all you're going to got, right? We're making up our own language here, right? It's a benefit. You don't have to pay extra for the lame jokes. All right, so now what that's going to do is it's going to take it from hello world, and it's going to go to sample page, right? Very, very simple, very easy. Now, on simpleblogtheme.com, below the themes, there's actually a file or a code that you can copy. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to copy all this stuff, right, like this. Okay, just copy it as is. Now, if you're using your own autoresponder, you'll need your own code. If you're using Aweber, you can go to affiliatemarketingdude.com/Aweber. You can get that. I think they have like a trial version you can get. This works very nicely with Aweber. But again, if you're using your own, that's my affiliate link, by the way. If you're using your own, you would have to do the code. So we're going to copy this code and use Aweber. I mean, they got good deliverability. They work well. Why mess with what works? Okay, now we're going to go into sample page and we're going to click on edit. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our preliminary header. Okay, so this is like our headline, our headline before the headline. So we could say something like, what is it we're going to give them? Okay, in this example, we're going to say, download your free WordPress theme here. Boom. Okay, now we're going to go into visual. And again, if yours does not look like this, you want to use the Classic Editor plugin. Okay, Classic Editor. That's what's going to make it look like this. Otherwise, you're going to have the Gutenberg one, which is a big fat pain in the ass. All right, so we're going to go through. We got download your free WordPress theme here. We're going to get rid of all the stuff in this box, and we're going to hit update. Always update and toggle back and forth so you can kind of see how things are looking. All right, so we'll go ahead and view, download your WordPress theme here. Pretty cool. All right, now we're going to go ahead and click edit, and we can do several things. One, I can make a big headline. And this is like you want to put the benefit, like why should they put their name and email in? Okay, it's got to be juicy, it's got to be good. You don't want to just be like, sign up for my newsletter. You want to say what the biggest benefit is up front. You want to give them something of value and then say, hey, this is how you get it. So we're going to do, you are just seconds away from having your own custom WordPress theme that drives new subscribers to your mailing list super fast. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fancy this up a bit. Now, we can do this one of two ways. We can do it with the actual editor and see how this looks. So we could go update, and we're going to toggle back and forth and see how it looks. Actually looks pretty good, right? I was going to go through and do it with an image editor, but this is actually looking pretty good, right? So we're going to go in, bold, and we're going to make it red because red definitely stands out. Okay, and then you can go in and you can kind of mess around with it a little bit. Like if I want, it's kind of long, So maybe I want to chop it up a bit. So I could do like having, enter. Let's see how that looks. It's being slow. All right. So having your own custom. Okay, we'll do it at drives. See how that looks. Okay, now it's looking better. That drive. Let's do it after drives. Okay. And we just want to tighten it up. We want it to look good, and we want it to like really get their eyes into what we want them to get into. Now, one of the other things you can do is you can kind of make it look like an arrow, right? So we can kind of, format the text to where it's bigger on top. So if we do like having your own, let's see here. And then we could do like this. See how this looks. Having your own custom WordPress theme. Let's do after new, I think. I think that's where we want to do it. Okay. There we go. See how it's kind of like an arrow and it kind of brings them in. Now, the second way you can do this, because these themes are designed to work either with images or with your own text and stuff like that, we could actually go in and I can create a new image in my editor. I could do new image. I'm going to do 980 wide because that's how big the theme is. And I could do a height of like 300 or something. Okay, and then I can actually fancy my text. So if you want a fancy text, we could actually just go in like this. And we could say, okay, I'm going to put text here. And then this way we can kind of have a little bit more control as opposed to just, the WordPress standard thing. So we can go through and we could say, well, how do I want it to exactly look? And we could go in like this and kind of mess around with it like this. And we can make it however we want, okay? Let's do 22 maybe. All right, so like let's say we want it to look like this. Okay, and then I can go through, if I want to do images like this, I can actually add like little snippets that'll actually increase the conversion rate. So like if I want to make a line or something, I could just go like this and do like a line and say you are just seconds away from having drives new subscribers, right? And then we can kind of edit this as well if we want to get super fancy. And we can make it a different color. Right, see how this is starting to pull it together, and it's like, hey, this is kind of cool. You're just seconds away from having this thing that does this thing, right? And that's literally how simple you want to make it is something like that, okay? So we could go through, we could say, I just want this to be like a block. Make that like a block. Okay, and then when you have it the way you like it, we just do File, Save As, and we'll just save this to pictures as opt page 1 or something like that, right? And then all we have to do is take it and drag and drop it. So instead of our text, we would just take and say, okay, I'm going to take that image from my pictures, right, like this. Okay, opt page, drag that right in here. Okay. We don't want any links or anything. We want to make sure we do full size. Insert, update, and watch how easy this is. Now, instead of this, watch the difference, okay? I want you to see the dramatic difference here between this and that. Right? Do you guys see it? Is that pretty cool? It's like, hey, now this looks pretty good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we can have like a picture or a bullet or bullet points or something like that. Okay, and the way we do that's very simple. We're just going to use the same size here. Okay, right like this. And we're going to put our bullet points over here. Like this. Come on now. Right like this. Okay, and again, your image editor and your theme are going to be your best friends. Okay, so we're just going to go like this. We're going to put this in the center. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and shrink this down a bit because we're going to add some new text. And we're going to use regular Arial so it's not too bold looking. Okay, then all we have to do is like put a picture or something. So if I wanted to have a picture of my simple blog theme or something like that, right, all I would have to do is take a little snapshot of whatever it is. Like if you have a book you're giving away, a software you're giving away, or a video, you just take a little screenshot of it like this, copy it, and then you're going to put it right here, right? And then all I have to do is put my bullet points. I'll say, you know, install this theme in seconds, easy to customize with your own custom logo. Change the background in seconds. Plus, know that you are using a theme Marcus has tested on hundreds of millions of visitors. This theme converts. Okay, so we'll go through, we'll edit this up a little bit. Let's make these black. I'm going to get some little bullet points. My fancy bullet point creator is actually just putting a little circle. Or if you want to put like the little check boxes like I have here, right, just snag them. Use the snag it to get them, right, like this. Okay, so if I want to use this, I can use this. And make sure that you have the rights to the stuff. Obviously, these are things I have the rights to these images, right? And we're just going to put these up here like that. Put another one, and it'll actually help you line them up as well. Boom. Boom. And then we don't need one here. Let's go ahead and center this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this look like handwriting. So I'm going to do, let's do, no, that's ugly. Let's do maybe Comic Braidley Hand. Comic Sans, maybe that'll work. Okay, cool. So that looks kind of like, you know, someone just went on there and wrote it. So let's go ahead and left justify that. Put some exclamation points, and then I can go through and I can do like a little line or something. Beep. Let's see. Red. Oh, why is it not doing red? There we go. Like that. We'll delete the other one. Okay, and we just get our image the way we want. You can fancy it up and everything. Right, this theme converts, right, like that, okay? You can kind of fancy it up. Obviously, for the sake of the webinar, we're not going to go into all the fancy details and stuff, but you get the idea. Once you're done, you can go ahead and file save as. We'll call this opt2 or whatever, okay? And then we're just going to drag this right below our other image. Pretty simple. So we'll do opt2. All right, like this. Boom, drag it under there, and now it's coming together. Again, we don't need any links. We want to make sure we do full size, update, and look how this is coming together, guys. This is like totally cool. Okay, so we might want to center it and back it up a bit because there's a space there. Okay, so we're going to back this up. Okay, I think that's as much as it'll back up. Let's see. Okay, center it since the other one's centered. Update, just kind of fancy it up a bit. Okay, so you were just seconds away from this. Good, good, good. It's looking okay. I think I might move it over a little. Let's see if it looks better this way. Okay, it's getting there. It's getting there, right? So we'll do like that. We'll shrink it down. See how that looks. Cool. All right, this is looking pretty cool. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our code, okay? So we're going to go on simpleblogtheme.com. After we put our name and email in, we should have our page here somewhere. Where'd it go? Got to opt in again, right? So, cool stuff. All right, so we're going to go in. We're going to opt in here, and then we're going to have our code. So we're just going to take this code like this, go into Edit Page. Wherever we want our code, we're just going to put code here, okay? And we're going to center code here. and we're going to go into text, and we're going to copy over the code here thing. Okay, so we're going to take code here, and we're going to hit Control V. That's going to copy it. Now, there's a couple important things. It looks pretty complicated. Code, ugly, right? But what we're going to do is we're just going to edit two things. It's easy. Your old buddy Marcus took care of you and made this super easy for you. Spent hours doing this stuff, right? So buy something from me because, you know, I spent a lot of time and money making this. So we're going to go through. The only things we're going to edit are, we're going to edit our list name, okay? This is going to be your Aweber list name. So we're going to go in here, and we should have our list name. Why can't I see it? My eyes are old. Should have list name. Oh, there we go. List name here. So whatever your list name is in Aweber, that's what you're going to put. So I'll use mine, Simple Marcus. Use your own. Don't use mine. And then we're going to go through, and we're going to have a thank you page. All right, so if you don't have a thank you page, you just go here. You go to New, Page, and for sake of time, we'll just put thank you. We can always change this later, so don't worry. So thank you. Publish. We're going to take the thank you link, copy link address. We're going to put that where it says thank you. Thank you page. Boom. I like that. That's it. Right? How easy is that? Once you're done, watch what it did. Well, it gave us a little error here. Why is this giving us an error? All right, let me get my other code. Hold on one second. I think it's because we copied it live. So let me get the other one. Right, like that. And bear with me one second. My eyes are old. They cannot see well. And if you're liking this video, give us a thumbs up. And let me know if you do like this kind of thing, okay? And I'm just going to grab the code. I have to grab the raw code because copying it from that thing is kind of a pain. All pages. Edit. Okay, so we're going to do that again. And let's see, visual. Good. Okay, so we're going to copy the code in there right from the thing. We're going to change our thank you. Okay, so we're going to put our thank you post in there. Where'd our thank you post go? Right there. Copy link. Change our thank you page. I like this. Okay, put in our list name. Should be right around here somewhere. List name, list name, list name. There it is. Okay, cool. So we'll change that and that. Very simple. Update. And now, it should not have those little funny boxes. There we go. Okay, cool. So, super easy. Look at this, right? So now what's happening here is we now have a totally custom opt-in page. So if I go to my home page, right? You're just seconds away from having your own in this edit thing, and this stuff only shows up for me because I'm logged in. Okay, you are just seconds away from having your own custom WordPress theme that drives new subscribers to your mailing list super fast. Install the theme in second, blah, blah, blah. This theme converts. Get my free stuff here. Now, you can go through and you can edit some of the text. So instead of like get my free stuff, you could say download your free theme here. Okay, and you can just kind of edit this the way you want. Bada bing, bada bang. And these convert like crazy, by the way. So now we have a custom page, right? So now we could go, we'll put it in Microsoft Edge so you can see what it looks like not logged in, right? Look at that. Super simple, right? How many of you guys are like, dude, that's pretty cool. But Marcus, does it actually work? Yes, it does. So we could actually put our name and email. Right, like this. And boom, it should send them right over to our thank you page, right? Really cool. So now we can do this. Now I can go through, I can edit my thank you page the same exact way. I can use images. I can use whatever I want. Now, on your thank you page, you want to make sure that you utilize it so that you can make your money back. So if you're buying ads or whatever, you want to make money on your thank you page. So in this example, I might say something like, you know, get your free, whatever it is, right? Get your free theme, but also you need to get web hosting or something like that. Or maybe you need to sign up for Aweber to make it work or something. We want to make it very, very simple. Now, when you go through and you use the images and you do this, it's extremely easy. Some of the other themes that we have for you on the page, there's one where you can actually have your logo at the bottom, right? So like you'll notice on mine, affiliatemarketingdude.com, which by the way, I'm using this same stuff here. You'll notice on mine, I have my logo down at the bottom, right? So this is here, they opt in, but I have my logo at the bottom. So if you want to do that, just use simple blog theme logo bottom, and you'll edit the same thing. The logo file is the same. Or you can use the full simple blog theme, which will allow you to change the background as well, right? Super easy to do. You're going to be able to edit these in literally seconds. Again, remember the way that it works is it's about 990 wide. So if you remember that, you can use this however you want. And the cool thing is, if we go to simpleoptin.com on our mobile device, simple optin.com. It looks great on mobile too, right? So on your mobile, looks totally good. You probably can't see that, but you could try it out on your mobile. Completely mobile optimized. The sizes fit. Everything works really cool. It's super easy to use. And guys, these convert like crazy if you do it right. The keys are to remember why the person's there in the first place. So if you're running an ad saying I'm giving a free theme away, then it better say free theme like right at the get-go. Otherwise, they're going to be like, I didn't come here for this. I came here for the free theme. I don't want this other stuff, right? So we want to go through and we'll make this very simple. Now, again, if you want to edit the stuff on the bottom, you just go into theme options. You can edit that. If you want to add other stuff, you can do that. Now, the way that the code works, I actually link to Aweber's privacy policy. If you want to link to your own, it's super simple, right? You just go in and you hit edit, and then you edit this link. Super easy. I could just edit this link, put it wherever I want it to go. I can put stuff down below this if I want to do that. I can have text. And then when I go to my thank you page, right, I could go through and edit that however I want, right? Very simple. So like if I do my thank you page, I could just go through. And again, this is designed with the fonts and everything's designed so that it'll get conversions. So instead of thank you, I'm going to say thank you for subscribing. Okay. And again, that's going to be our header. So we'll do thanks for subscribing. I think I spelled it right. I don't know. And then you could go through and say, hey, friend, thanks for subscribing. In just a few minutes, you will get an email from Marcus at blogprofitnetwork.com. That's me. This email will contain your free theme and instructions. Okay? Then we go through. I could say, but wait, in order to use this theme, you will need the following. Okay? So if I say, well, the first thing you need is Snagit. Okay? Image software. So if I have an affiliate link to Snagit, I would put that there. I try to get them to sign up. Second thing you'll need is Aweber, right? Put my affiliate link for Aweber. The third thing you need is web hosting, right? So right there, I could make, $10 off of Snagit, $10 a month off of Aweber, and maybe $100 or more off of web hosting, right? So really simple. I can go through and I can give them cool stuff, and now they're on my mailing list, and now I can get them to do whatever I want to link them to, and I can now create more pages, more opt-ins. And the cool thing about this theme is the way it's set up is all the pages are hidden. So I'm going to have like 100 of them, and I only send you to the one I want you to go to. Very, very simple, very easy. And there you go. So really cool, very simple. If you want to change the background, like Louise says, you want to use the full simple blog theme. Okay. This one's the very, very same thing, only you can change the background. That's the only difference, okay? So very easy to do. Use your code. Very simple. Again, speak the language of your people that are coming in, like what is it they want? And then when you edit these things, just toggle back and forth and say, okay, is this looking the way I want? Right? Very simple. Okay, I could put images in there very easily. If I want them to download stuff, like let's say I want to give them the theme, right? All I have to do is just take the theme or PDF or whatever file, drag and drop it here. And then I can say link to media file, insert. and it should insert it. There it is, right? So just put that there and say, download your theme here. Boom, update. And you can see it's super, super easy to make all this stuff work. And you can have pages post. Now, the reason I like using this method is because this is exactly what I'm using on my blog, right? So affiliatemarketingdude.com is my main blog where I get people in and I control it all this way with the themes and the plugins and stuff. And if you don't have my plugins, go to marcusmentor.me, sign up, you get plugins, you get a live call every Tuesday where you can ask questions about your sites or whatever. Really cool. You also get more themes. Now, this is my opt-in page, right? But behind the scenes, I also have other stuff. So you go in here, you opt in, right? It's going to take you to my thank you page, right, like this. Okay, thank you, download. Here's my downloads. Here's some stuff they can buy. Really cool. Now, behind the scenes, what you're not seeing is on the same blog, actually drive traffic from Google to this blog, right? So like if you were to search Lyft affiliate program, you would see we rank here number 3 or 4. This is the same blog, right? So now I have all these things ranking in Google. I got my ads here. I got my button voodoo. This is our plugin button voodoo. And then I have a list of my content that I want Google to pick up. So it's really, really cool. And here we have button voodoo again. Really easy to use. I got notification voodoo, I think this one's called. Very simple. And you go through and now I can get traffic from Google and other search engines and they come to my site and we're good to go. If I'm doing YouTube, I can make a custom link and say, go to affiliatemarketingdude.com/free or whatever, right? Super, super, super easy to do. And once you have this theme and once you set it up this way, you could do whatever you want, right? If I have my plugins, I could put a sidebar over here. If I have my stuff, I can make this very, very, very simple. So I hope you enjoyed this training. Again, the rundown here, make sure you're using the classic editor. And did we do a good job, right? Like, this is the high converting Forbes page we modeled after. How'd we do? Right? I think we did pretty good. There we go, right? We could probably clean it up a little bit if we have time, right? If you spend a little bit of time, it'll work well. But I think this is really good. And right now, I'm actually using these pages, and I did a little tweak that I showed you on this call, and I tripled my opt-in rate. Really cool, right? Really, really awesome, really easy. We got our header, we got our logo. You could be creating these pages in seconds. So if you want to get this theme, go to simpleblogtheme.com. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you learned something new and you like it. Subscribe, click the bell, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks again for hanging out. If you have any questions, let us know. If you want to get my full training course, go over to simplesitesbonus.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.